Karthik Ravanakate, and this is Kate Tutorials. In this video, I am going to discuss about this newer reagent and reactions, right? So I will upload every video which contains different kind of reagents and reactions, right? So in this video, we shall discuss about this DCC. What is this DCC? DCC means NN dicyclohexyl carbon carbodiamide, right? The structure, if I write, you will get to know, right? So let us see its structure, right? So see here, its structure is very simple. C is there, double bond N, double bond N, right? So imine is there, so diimine, right? So what is this? This is my cyclohexane ring, right? Right, so 6 membered cyclohexane ring, right? So this is the structure of my DCC, right? So DCC means N and dicyclo. See here, with the red marker I am going to show. So to this N, cyclo group are attached, right? To cyclo group. So N and dicyclo, right? Dicyclohexyl. Hexyl means 6 membered ring is there. Carboimide means carbon imine group is there, diimine. So here C double bond N, here C double bond N, right? So this is the structure of my DCC. I hope you got it, right? So this is simple structure of my DCC, right? So what are the uses? Everything we shall see with this video, right? First, before going to the uses, let us concentrate on how we synthesize this DCC. So let us synthesize first it. Then we shall discuss about their chemical properties, some features of this DCC, right? So synthesis. See what I do. I'll take this compound, right? So can you name it? I'm going to draw here. See, same dicyclo. I'm going to take N and dicyclo only. So this is N and dicyclo, right? So this, the name of this is NN dicyclohexyl urea. See, N, see here, N dicyclohexyl. Dicyclo means di stands for 2, cyclo means cyclic ring containing 6 carbons. So dicyclohexyl urea. Urea I hope you know, right? So what is the structure of urea? See, NH2 CO NH2, right? So this is the urea. See here in DCC also we have got this structure, right? I forgot to write one hydrogen here, one more hydrogen here, because valency of nitrogen is 3 and lone pairs will be there, right? So this is the structure. I hope you got it, right? So let us synthesize this DCC using this NN dicyclohexyl urea, right? So what I will do, to this I will add this thing, R S double bond O Cl, right? Salt, chlorine containing sulfur group I will add. So what happens? See here, this oxygen is having lone pair, right? So it can easily donate its electron density to sulfur. So this electron density takes the oxygen, then comes back, and this chlorine is a good leaving group, it leaves the system, right? So what I see here, and one more thing here, yeah, let me show that, right? So as soon as this bond is broken, this carbon gets positive charge, right? So let me draw those structures, right? So here I have N hydrogen, this bond is broken, is attached to sulfur S double bond O, right? And Cl left the system, other things as it is, and N here, one more hydrogen here, cycle, right? And C, this carbon gets positive charge. So what happens? This nitrogen will be having lone pair, so it will donate its electron density. That positive charge comes on nitrogen. So nitrogen is also electronegative term. It can't have this positive charge. So what it will do? It will take the electron density from this hydrogen, and this minus H plus will go, right? So it becomes, if I write the structure, you should be able to get it, right? So this is the structure we will get. I hope you got the same thing here, right? Other things I have kept as it is. So I got this structure, right? So further what I know, see here, I will show this. This is carbon and this is oxygen and this is sulfur, right? This carbon oxygen bond will be very weaker than the sulfur oxygen bond, right? So because of the strong sulfur oxygen bond, this sulfur has got more affinity to oxygen, right? So it has ability to take that uh, bond, right? So what it will do, see here, simply it will take the electron density like this oxygen gets negative charge on it, so it left the system. How it left, see here, I will going to show. S double bond O here, this became O minus, double bond O and R. 1 2 3 4 5 6, sulfur valence is 6 and it is 6 here, right? Other things what happened, see here, other things I am going to draw here. So I have here NH. So again this carbon gets positive charge, so what happens, this hydrogen will move as H minus, sorry, H plus, right? That H plus, see here, it can take this electron density, this hydrogen it will take, so it will become like this, S double bond O, double bond O, OH and R, right? It will become like this, right? So and other things will remain as it is, right? So I am going to draw that. So here if I remove that, just I will write here only, see here, so I will get double bond here. So and this positive charge becomes neutral. So what is this? This is my DCC, right? So carbon diimines are there, double bond N, and dicyclohexyl group are there, right? So this is my DCC. In this way we can prepare this DCC using this NN dicyclohexyl urea, right? So this is the first method, right? So let us see some properties of this DCC, right? So I hope you understood the structure of DCC. Let us see few properties of DCC, right? So you can see that this carbon is attached to two nitrogen which are more electronegative, because of which this carbon acts as more electrophilic, right? If I have like a OH, OHR, let me take alcohol, or if I have this amines, right? These amines, as soon they can easily attack this carbon, because this carbon is more electropositive, right? Because of this nitrogen, so this bond will break and goes to nitrogen. When we come to the reaction, there you can see. So few properties. So what you understood, this DCC has got more electrophilic carbon, first point. And second point, this DCC act as dehydrating agent. How it acts as dehydrating agent, that I will discuss in the reaction, right? While seeing the reactions, you will see there, right? So this also DCC we use for preparation of this amide, ketones, nitriles, so many things, right? So let us see how, if you see the chemical reaction, there you will get it, right? So let us see one of the chemical reaction, right? So we studied the synthesis. Let us see the reactions of DCC. Right? So see, it is very simple. So I will take this one. What is this? This is my acid, carboxylic acid, right? So to acid, if I want to convert it into amide, see this one. Amide means, I hope you should know that, CONH2, like this, NH2. What you will tell, how to convert this? See, there are so many methods, but I will tell, and I will tell you the drawbacks, right? To this, if I add ammonia, right, this is nothing but my carboxylic acid. Why we call it as acid? Because it has ability to give this H plus. So this amine is a base, it will take, so it will form this compound. See here, it will form a salt like this, COO minus and this NH4 plus, right? I didn't get any amide. So what we can do, if we heat this, we used to get this amide. But the problem is the yield of this reaction is very low, right? So heating condition is required, and also yield is very less, right? So further what they did is, scientists, what they did, they converted this acid using this SOCl2, which you will do in lab also. What is this SOCl2? Thionyl chloride we call it as, right? So structure you know. yes, double bond O, Cl, Cl, and sulfur will be having lone pair, right? So this sulfur, what it will do, this oxygen is there, right? This oxygen it will make as a good living group by taking its, and while reacting it makes this oxygen at a good living group. So it will convert this acid to this thing. See here, I'm going to write here. I have that acid, but it is now converted to alkyl chloride, right? Using this SOCl2, sulfur SOCl2, thionyl chloride, right? So this reaction is very feasible. Acid, when we add SOCl2, we little reflex if we do, we will get this alkyl chloride, but there should not be any moisture, right? If moisture is there, again I will get back the acid. That's the problem. We need to maintain there should not be any water molecule, right? Further, from this alkyl chloride I can easily convert to this amide easily at lower temperature only, right? At room temperature only the reaction happens in presence of ammonia, right? Simply if I add ammonia to this alkyl chloride, I'll get this amide. This is how we do in lab, right? So why we do like this? Because directly if I treat this acid with this ammonia, I'll get acid base reaction and I will get this salt, right? These things you know. Whenever we get salt, it is because of this acid base reaction. So what we do, first we convert this acid to this one alkyl chloride using SOCl2. This mechanism you know, right? So I am not interested to write that mechanism, how we convert this acid to alkyl chloride, right? This thing you know. And from this I'll add this ammonia, I'll get this thing. This mechanism also I'm not going to tell, because I am going to concentrate on only DCC, right? So this was the thing we used to go through two step. But if I make use of this DCC, see here what happens. What I will do, I will take the same thing, acid I will take, I can use this DCC, right? So if I use DCC and if I use this ammonia, it can be primary like this, or this ammonia I can use, right? This ammonia I will directly get this amide. If I simply use ammonia, I will get this NH2. If I use the second one, I will get this thing. Here methyl will be there simply. So I will get amide. How this reaction happens from acid to amide using this DCC? That is my thing, right? So I will discuss the reaction and mechanism, everything with respect to DCC only, right? The above things you have studied, you know. So I won't much concentrate on that, right? Let us see what all the things happens, right? So let us see this mechanism, right? So I have taken this carboxylic acid. So DCC, see here, DCC structure you should know. See, double bond N, double bond N, here one cyclohexane ring, here one cyclohexane ring, right? This is structure. If I do shortcutly, you should be able to understand it, right? So I have told this carbon is there, right? DCC carbon, it is more electrophilic. So what happens? See here, this electron density it will take, so this pi bond will break and goes to nitrogen. So can I draw it directly here only? What I will do, see here, simply let me show every step. Next time I will show directly. So I will get COO, carbon, nitrogen gets negative charge, and this oxygen has donated lone pair, it gets positive charge, other things as it is. So cyclohexane I will show simply like this, right? Cyclohexane ring, right? So see, this negative charge takes this proton, right? And this electron density moves on oxygen, oxygen becomes neutral, and this nitrogen is having negative charge, it will also become neutral, right? So I'll get this structure, see here. So double bond O, and here oxygen, carbon to this NH is there here, and here cyclohexane ring, and here double bond N, and to this cyclohexane ring, right? Till this I hope you got it, right? I have told this carbon is more electrophilic. Why? Because it has got electronegative term, it can easily go like this, right? So I have used one base here. I can use this ammonia or anything, right? So I will use here, see here, I'll come here, right? just to see. So I'm going to use ammonia NH3 like this. So what happens? See, this bond can be easily broken. Why it can be easily broken? Because here double bond N is there. So like this it can easily broke, right? So this, as soon as this attacks, this electron density comes back, this bond will be broken like this, and this bond comes on nitrogen. See, I hope you understood the arrow, right? So let me show again. So I have this ammonia. As soon as ammonia attacks to this carbon, this electron density goes to oxygen and again comes back. This bond will be broken because it is attached to DCC, right? So next what happens? I'm going to write that. So I have this one. So double bond O, NH to 1H I can write like this positive, because nitrogen has given its lone pair, right? So it gets positive. Other things what I'll get this one. See, double bond O, right? N like this cyclohexane ring. Here negative charge comes and one more nitrogen will be having NH and cyclohexane ring like this, right? So this negative charge, what it will do, it will take this proton, so it becomes neutral, and this electron density moves on nitrogen, and again nitrogen becomes neutral. So finally I will get this product. See here, I will get directly this one, CONH2, right? Plus here C double bond O, NH cyclohexane ring, here also NH cyclohexane ring, right? So what is this? This is my the NN NN cyclodimethyl urea, right? So this thing I will get along with that, and here I have got this amide, right? Amide I have got. So here instead of adding this ammonia, if I add any alcohol, ROH, then what happens? This alcohol OH is there, right? That will attack that carbon, right? Simply I can show here. See, this lone pairs will attack here, and instead of getting amide, here I will get ester, COOR, right? So I have given you the mechanism for amide, preparation of amide using carbolic acid, and also I have given the reaction for preparation of this ester. This is ester, right? Using this carboxylic acid, right? So using DCC, right? So this mechanism both I have explained. I hope you got it, right? So because here in alcohol, this lone pairs will attack this carbon, and simply the reaction goes, right? So this is how we get both the things from acid. So what we learned, let us discuss that. So I had that acid I had ACID acid. What kind of acid? Or let me write carboxylic acid simply. Carboxylic acid. I will add DCC, and second step, if I add ammonia, I'll get amide. Instead of this, if I add DCC, and if I add this alcohol ROH, I'll get this ester, right? Ester, right? Ester I hope you know, RCOO. Here OR I have used, so OR. So this ester I'll get, right? So these were the first application, and also I have told you the mechanism, right? So how DCC acts, right? So it is simple mechanism I have told how it will attack, right? So here along with this DCC, we can use some base also. For example, see, I will take one more example. Let me take this one, RCOOH I have. So I have DCC, along with this I will add one base, TEA, means triethylamine. I hope you know the structure. So this is triethylamine. So what it will do? Acid based reaction. It will take this acid, and I will get this thing, RCOO minus, right? And I have this DCC, structure of DCC. Now you should be able to write confidently. You should write cyclic ring here, cyclohexane ring here, right? So as we know, this carbon is more electrophilic, so it takes this electron density. This electron density goes on nitrogen, right? So what the things I will get? See here, I can write here RCOO carbon, nitrogen gets negative charge, and this is cyclic ring, and double bond N, and nitrogen gets like this, right? So here I have triethylamine like this, triethylamine having positive charge, as it has taken that see that acid. Here I have taken this, so this nitrogen gets positive charge. So from this negative charge, this nitrogen form negative charge, it will take this proton and it becomes, and this bond goes to nitrogen and it becomes neutral, right? So I can draw like this, RCO O C NH here, cyclohexane ring, and here double bond N, cyclohexane ring, right? Till this you will get it, right? If I use like base, the reaction goes like this. If I use directly DCC, there the nitrogen acts as a base only, and that carbon acts as electrophile. That thing I have shown you above, right? So further same thing. Here let me take, instead of taking any nucleophile, I will take this R dash OH as a nucleophile. So my nucleophile is R dash OH, that is alcohol I will take as a nucleophile. So what happens here? As soon as this electron density attacks this carbon, as it is electrophilic, this electron density comes on oxygen, then again comes back to this carbon. This bond will be easily broken and this electron density goes on nitrogen, right? So I will get this product, see here, R C O O R dash, and here hydrogen is there, right? I hope you got it. This R dash OH is there, this only R dash OH. If I want to show it by marker, black marker, I'll show like this, right? Other things will be, see here, other things, it is like C double bond, sorry, now it becomes single bond, right? C N minus, and here cyclic ring is there, and here NH, cyclic ring is there, cyclic hexane, right? Cyclohexane, right? So this negative charge, see here, oxygen is having positive charge. So what it does, it negative charge takes this hydrogen, and this electron density goes to this oxygen and it becomes neutral. So finally I'm going to write the product. So I'll get this one, see, R C O O R dash. Here I got ester. Along with it, I'll get the remaining. This DCC was there. Now it has converted to dicyclohexyl urea. It will convert like this because here oxygen is there. Double bond O I didn't show because see, this oxygen breaks, so double bond O is there. So I will get this urea like this, dicyclohexyl urea. Here cyclohexane ring, and here also cyclohexane ring. So it is nothing but this I have told, right? So this is dicyclohexyl urea, DCU I can write, dicyclohexyl urea. So I got this ester, right? I hope you understood the mechanism. So first application and the reaction we have studied of this DCC, and also how it helps, right? So I told I can't convert this acid directly to this amide using this ammonia simply, right? Because it will form acid base reaction, it will form a salt. So if then I have to heat it, and the yield will be very less to get this amide. So what we do in lab, we convert this acid to chloride, acyl chloride like this, using SOCl2, thionyl chloride, right? This mechanism we have studied, we have learnt so many things, so many we commonly we do in lab these things, right? Further, this acyl chloride, I will add ammonia. So here two steps reaction happens and I will get amide. But in DCC, what we will do, this acid directly we get amide in presence of this DCC, and any if we use ammonia, we get amide. If we add any alcohol, we get into ester, right? We can use only DCC and ammonia, or we can use DCC along with any base like triethylamine, right? I have told these things, right? So we can use other base also, and the mechanism we have studied. So this first application, so this is my first application, right? So next let us concentrate on second application, right? Here preparation of peptide, preparation of peptide, using two amino acid we use to prepare peptide bond. Bond I hope you know, right? This bond you see here, I have two amino acid, I will show, let me draw here, NH2 COOH, right? Here R is there, and I have one more here, NH2 CH2 COOH, and here let me write R1 R2. So these are two amino acids, right? So what I will do, I will form this peptide bond. How I will form this, like this, water molecule I will lose, just I will remove water molecule, and this bond is there, right? That bond is nothing but my peptide bond, we call CONH bond. Other things as it is, COOH, and here R2, right? And here R1 NH2. This bond is there, right? Which I am showing with marker C. This bond is nothing but peptide bond. How we synthesize this peptide bond? Using DCC. Let us discuss that. So what I will do, same thing. I will take this two amino acid, this one, and here one more amino acid. Here let me put R1 NH2 COOH, and let me put here R2, two amino acid. This is also amino acid, and this is also amino acid, right? I will protect this. Here I will protect this NH2 using Bock, right? And here I will protect this OH. I can protect this acid group by converting into ester, right? So let me do that. First I will do protection here. So here also protection using Bock, here protection using esterification, right? Both method. So what I will get, see here I will get NH Bock protected, right? So in biomolecules we have studied how we protect this amino acids, right? There are so many protecting group to protect this nitrogen, right? Bock, like that we have used, right? So using that, and here I'm going to convert this into ester, COO R dash, let me put ester. Then what I will do, then using this DCC, right? So I will use this DCC. So DCC, we know that it is a good dehydrating agent. In above reactions we have studied, but I didn't mention, but I will show. Again I will show, so that it will be clear for you, right? So if I use this DCC, what it will do, it will remove, see here, we have studied this acid, how it will convert this acid to amide, we have studied, right? So this DCC, initially this carbon is there, DCC carbon, it will take this oxygen as it is, that carbon is more electrophilic, right? So as soon as this oxygen, it makes this oxygen as a good living group, right? I didn't mention everything above, right? But here you can analyze it, right? So here I have this ammonia. As soon as this good living group it makes, this will attack this carbon, this electron density again comes back, and this OH left the system, right? So I'll get the simple amide bond. See here, I'll show. So this is N protected, so Bock. Other things here, R1 CO, and this bond is formed. See here, this bond, NH bond. Here one more amino acid I have, R2 COO, which is protected by ester. Here it is protected by Bock, BOC, and here it is protected by ester, right? So this bond is there, right? So which I am showing with green marker, peptide bond, carbon nitrogen peptide bond. So you will get amide here. This is amide bond is nothing but a simple peptide bond, right? So here DCC acts as a, makes this oxygen as a good living group. These things I have told reactions above, but I only simply I didn't mention how it will make good living group, right? So see here, with this acid, let me explain here again. So here cyclic room like this, right? So what happens, see, this oxygen has lone pairs, so it can attack this carbon as it is more electrophilic, right? So what it is doing indirectly it is making this OH is there, right? So let me show with green markers. This OH, it making a good living group. See how it is making. So if I write it, you will get it, right? See, R, C double bond O. Now directly if I write, you should be able to understand. NH here, cyclic ring, here double bond N, cyclic ring, right? So here, see further what happens, if I have any ammonia or alcohol, So as soon as they attack here, this electron density comes back. See here, it is making a good Lewin group. This initially it was OH was there, right? So now OH is attached to this system, which is a good Lewin group, very good Lewin group, because of which I'll when I react with this ammonia or this alcohol, with ammonia I'll get amide, with alcohol I'll get ester, like this. So the what you understood that this DCC makes carboxylic acid OH as a good Lewin group, as DCC has got electrophilic carbon and it has more affinity towards oxygen, and it has ability to remove that oxygen from that acid group, and we will get uh, we can make it as a good Lewin group, right? So this is all we understood, right? So what all the things we have studied, we converted that acid to amide, acid to ester. Now we synthesize the peptide bond in amino acid using DCC. So these were the 3 applications of DCC. So this is the last application, that is synthesis of penicillin, right? In 1957 they synthesized this penicillin using DCC, right? So let me draw here. Let me take slowly I will draw. Have patience, guys, right? If you know, just you can make it little fast, this video, right? So here COOH is there, right? Here NH, right? Other things as it is, and here it is above, right? Here I have this bond, here it is above, and here COOH, and here N is there, NH. So here COOPH, right? To this I will add NaOH. So base I am using, and DCC. So base, I have told, base will abstract this proton, acidic proton, and this DCC will make this oxygen as a good Lewin group by attacking it, right? By attacking it. So what happens? This is made as a, so this system is made as a good Lewin group. So here I have this ammonia. So here it can attack, and this OH leaves the system, and cyclization happens. So I'm going to write that product here. So what I will get? See, pH is there, oxygen, other things as it is. Just keep only cyclization. I am going to concentrate on cyclization. Simply like this. Other things as it is only. Right. So NH is there. See, this cyclization happened. Other things are as it is only. Here below the plane, acid group. Here above methyl, below one more methyl. Right. So what happened? See here. Let me remove all those things. So what happened? This oxygen is made as a good Lewin group, right? So this oxygen is made as a good Lewin group. Oxygen attached to that system made good Lewin group. So here it attacks like this. So oxygen left the system, and I will get a cyclic. So here cyclic ring formation should happen. See here, this cyclic ring formation happened. So this cyclization was the very difficult step in penicillin synthesis, right? But they could able to synthesize, right? So this is nothing but my cyclic amide. 4 membered ring it is, 1, 2, 3, and nitrogen 4, right? So this is the cyclic amide group, right? So we call it as lectum, beta lectum structure. So this step was very difficult, but this DCC made it very easy. In 1957 they could able to synthesize this penicillin using this DCC very easily, so that they formed this beta lactam ring very easily, which was very difficult while synthesized, but this DCC made it very easy, right? I hope you enjoyed this video on DCC, right? In next class, let us see few more reactions of DCC, and we shall end this topic DCC, and we shall move further with the and one more reagent, right? Till then, have a great day.